Welcome, and in this lesson we are going to cover the Head Studio. And to do that, let me go ahead and go to our perspective view here. I want to show you something very interesting. Notice that the Head Studio, when we go ahead and click on that, it's going to ask us to select the stone or stones. In this case, I'm just going to click this one for now, select. Notice that we have the first configuration. And I can go ahead and say now, okay, I'm happy with that. I don't want to change anything. I just want it in all the three stones. If I click all, notice that it applies it, but notice that it doesn't just throw it the same way. It looks at the type of stone you have there and it builds the correct type of head for it. Notice that the prongs are here on the corners, not on the middle here like here. And here on the sides of the heart and the centers of the heart, making it very convenient, very easy to work with the builder, with the studio. Create very accurate I'm sorry, not vessels, but heads. Now, let me go ahead and click cancel. I'm going to get rid of these stones here so that we can work, very easily and pay close attention to all the functions and parameters. And it's all very simple, guys. We click here, we select our stone. There it is. And now we begin to play with all the options, and it's all very clear here. Top diameter, gem, select, and bottom diameter. This is basically telling you the top diameter, the bottom diameter, and in the middle. So if you change that, notice what's going to happen right now. It's 0.65, 0.65, 0.65. If I change it, it all changes together, doesn't it? Very convenient, but also maybe you want to change that. Maybe you want them small at the bottom, big at the top, or small at the top and big at the bottom. Up to you. You can unlock that, and now you can change the top and bottom differently. So it's up to you how you want to configure your prongs for the heads. Maybe you want to do some interesting. I don't know. Change it. It doesn't really matter. Just remember that you can do whatever necessary. Now let me get back over here. So let me zoom to this stone there. We can more easily see now what's happening. There it is. Now gem inside. Notice that it's 50% of the stone is inside the prong. You can change that, so you can make them go farther in or farther out. It's up to you how you set them up. Now we can also change, their roundness, in or out, in the middle, or out, or in or out. You can change their angle, you can change their thickness, and you can change their percentage into the stone. And then the height and the depth below the stone. You can change all these options in this particular panel here. Now, if we jump to the next one, here we can change the type of prongs we want and whether we want more than just 4. Maybe we want 5, maybe we want 6, depending on the type of stone we have. It might be a very large stone and we want a lot of little prongs. Or maybe say, large stone, but we want 4 big prongs or 3 big prongs, or you can configure it however you want. So here we can change the round top or flat top, the number of prongs. Moving on to the next one. Very easy. This is the top ring, the ring on top. We can define its height, its width, move it up, wherever we want, lower, higher, wherever you want it within the head. Rotation, scale, and the height for him. There we go. You can make it elliptical if you want. If you want it rectangular, there, and then you can go ahead and give it some rotation. As you can see, it's all changing completely. So I'll go ahead and put it back to 0 rotation, put it back to round. There we go. Next, the bottom rail, same thing. The bottom round over here, we can choose whatever we want. Any configuration we want. Then we can go over here and we can choose if we need to move our prongs into different sections. Let me show you. Let's look at this a little bit from here. And we got number 1 is selected. Let's see, we can move them closer together or farther apart. So it's up to you to place it to where you want it. Maybe you want 2 prongs close together and 2 prongs close together. Depends on how you want to configure it. And finally, we're able to go back over here and save it if we want, which is very convenient. Remember, just like the bezels, we can save all these configurations here and use them over and over and over again without having to go through all these options again. Once you're happy with the head, you can go ahead and click OK. And there's our nice little head for this stone. And if I decide I want to change the stone, once again, remember how this all works. So if I go to the stone, click Edit, and decide that I no longer want a round stone, maybe let's say that I choose a princess. Let's find our princess cut down here. There it is. And I go down here to update. There we go. Now we have the same thing we had before, but for a princess cut stone. If I decide, nah, I'm gonna change that again. I don't want the princess. Maybe I want let's go up. Let's pick this guy here. Update. There we go. So as you can see, it's very easy to work with the builders, and it's very easy to then edit and configure it to whatever stone or project you're working with.